On the day when the art exam results were announced, you stood in front of the computer, looking at the despairing results on the screen, and the blood in your body seemed to freeze instantly. You were obviously the best student in the entire training class, and you were determined to get into the acting department of the Central Academy of Drama. But now, your application has been inexplicably tampered with, and all 6 parallel applications have become an unknown third-rate art school. With trembling hands, you called your stepmother. On the other end of the phone, your stepmother said in a crying voice, Your sister didn't mean it. She was just confused for a moment. Don't call the police. Don't ruin her life. You gritted your teeth, tears rolled in your eyes, and your sister Lin Xiao, one smug smile appeared in your mind. Lin Xiaowan is the daughter brought by your stepmother. She has been jealous of your talent and beauty since she was a child. When you were working hard to prepare for the art exam, she always tried her best to make trouble. And this time, she actually tampered with your college entrance examination application and completely ruined your dream. How could you swallow your anger? You chose to call the police without hesitation. However, the police investigation results chilled you to the bone. Because Lin Xiaowan was under 18 years old and her stepmother pleaded for her. She was only given a verbal warning in the end. And you, because you missed the best time for the art exam, had to choose to repeat the year. During the year of repeating the year, you practiced hard day and night, with only one belief in your heart. You must be admitted to the Central Academy of Drama and let Lin Xiaowan pay the price for what she did. However, fate always seems to like to play tricks on people. After a mock exam before the college entrance examination, you were on your way home when you were suddenly hit by a speeding car. In the last moment before you fell into a coma, you saw Lin Xiaowan's cold eyes. When you woke up again, you found yourself back in the first year of high school. Looking at the immature self in the mirror, you clenched your fists and swore in your heart, this time, I must rewrite my fate and make those who hurt me pay the price they deserve. Back in the first year of high school, you just transferred to the school where Lin Xiaowan was. In a school-organized art performance, you won the applause of the audience and the praise of the teacher with your outstanding dancing and recitation talents. However, Lin Xiaowan made a mistake in the performance, forgot the words and fell down, becoming the laughingstock of her classmates. After class, Lin Xiaowan came to you with a dark face and said, sarcastically, Sister, I didn't expect you to have 2 tricks, but don't be too proud too early. You looked at her and said calmly, I rely on my strength, unlike some people who only do some tricks. Lin Xiaowan was speechless by a retort, snorted coldly and turned away. Since then, Lin Xiaowan began to spread rumors about you in school, saying that you got the performance opportunity by improper means, and that you have an undisciplined private life. For a while, the eyes of your classmates were full of strangeness when they looked at you. But you were not defeated by these rumors. You know that only strength can shut these people up. In a Chinese class, the teacher asked the students to recite the text on the stage. You raised your hand and walked up to the podium, reciting a classic prose with an emotional voice, perfectly showing the artistic conception of the article. After the recitation, there was warm applause in the classroom, and even the teacher praised you. But Lin Xiaowan, who was sitting below, looked uglier and uglier. At a sports meeting at school, you signed up for the women's 800-meter race. You accidentally fell and scraped your knees and palms. Just as you were struggling to stand up and continue the race, a figure ran over quickly and helped you up. You looked up and met a pair of clear and firm eyes. It was Luce from the next class. Luce is the school's top student and school hunk. Not only does he have excellent grades, he is also very good at basketball. He is the male god in the hearts of many girls. He looked at your injured knee and asked with concern, Are you okay? Do you want to go to the infirmary? You shook your head gratefully and said, I'm fine, thank you. Luce smiled and said, You're welcome. I'll help you go to the infirmary to treat your wound. Since then, you and Luce have gradually become familiar with each other. You will discuss study problems during class breaks and go to the library together after school. Luce found that you are not only smart, but also have a high passion and talent for acting. She encouraged you not to give up your dream and helped you collect a lot of information and books about acting. Lin Xiaowan saw that you and Lu Zhe were getting closer and closer, and the fire of jealousy in her heart ignited again. She decided to find a way to destroy your relationship and let you taste the taste of losing everything. One day after school, you went to the library to find Lu Zhe as usual. When you walked to a corner of the library, you suddenly heard Lin Xiaowan's voice. You hid aside and eavesdropped curiously, but heard something that shocked you. Lin Xiaowan and her followers are planning to frame you at the school's art performance. They plan to tamper with the props of your performance to make you look bad on the stage. They also prepared some synthetic indecent photos to spread after the performance to completely ruin your reputation. You are angry and hateful, but you quickly calm down. You decide to play it along and let Lin Xiaowan suffer the consequences. You find Lu Zhe and tell him about Lin Xiaowan's conspiracy. Lu Zhe frowned and said, "We can't let them succeed. We have to find a way to fight that." After some discussion, you made a plan. On the day of the art performance, you pretended not to notice that the props were tampered with. When you went on stage to perform, you cleverly resolved the crisis on the props according to the plan, and won the audience's standing ovation with your wonderful performance. After the performance, when Lin Xiaowan was about to spread those synthetic photos, Lu Zhe appeared with the teacher and the school security. Lu Zhe produced the recording of them discussing framing you, as well as the evidence of the composite photo, and Lin Xiaowan and her followers were stunned. Amid the accusations of teachers and classmates, Lin Xiaowan was given a serious warning by the school. As time went by, the second year of high school ended, and the day of the art exam was getting closer. In order to be admitted to the ideal college, you attended various performance training and practice every day in addition to attending classes. Lu Zhe has also been by your side to support you, helping you analyze performance skills and accompany you to rehearse lines. However, Lin Xiaowan did not intend to give up. After she learned that you applied for the acting department of the Central Academy of Drama, she found a distant relative who had some connections in the entertainment industry through her stepmother, and tried to let him trip you up in the art exam. On the day of the first art exam, you walked into the examination room with confidence. But when you started to perform, you found that the judges were a little cold to you, and even whispered to each other from time to time. You felt something was wrong in your heart, but you still tried your best to complete the performance. After the exam, you learned from other candidates that Lin Xiaowan's distant relatives had informed the judges before the exam and asked them not to let you pass. You were angry and anxious. This was a key opportunity for you to change your destiny. How could it be ruined by Lin Xiaowan? Just when you felt desperate, Lu Zhe comforted you and said, "Don't be discouraged. We still have a way. I heard that the Central Academy of Drama has a special makeup exam mechanism. As long as you can get a recommendation from a well-known professor, you can get the qualification for the makeup exam. Let's go and see if there is any chance." In order to find the professor who recommended you, you and Lu Zhe asked around and learned that the famous performing artist Professor Shen would come to the school to give a lecture in the near future. You and Lu Zhe arrived at the lecture early and found a seat in the front row. During the lecture, you listened to Professor Shen's explanation attentively and asked some in-depth questions from time to time, which attracted Professor Shen's attention. You plucked up the courage to walk up to Professor Shen and told him about your experience and your love for acting. Professor Shen looked at your firm eyes and was moved by your persistence. He said, "Child, I can see your passion and talent for acting. Just for your persistence, I am willing to give you a chance. Prepare a monologue and come to my office tomorrow. As long as you can impress me, I will recommend you to take the makeup exam." You were ecstatic and started preparing the monologue immediately after returning home. Lu Zhe was also there to help you guide and practice with you until late at night. The next day you came to Professor Shen's office with your carefully prepared monologue. When you started to perform, you integrated your experience after rebirth and your struggle against fate into the role, with tears and sincere emotions. Professor Shen was deeply moved by your performance. He smiled and said, "Child, you passed. I will recommend you to take the makeup exam and hope you can get good results in the makeup exam." After getting Professor Shen's recommendation letter, you successfully obtained the qualification for the makeup exam. In order to stand out in the makeup exam, you prepared even harder. He repeatedly studied the real questions of the art exams of the Central Academy of Drama over the years, analyzed the characteristics of different roles, and asked Luce to help simulate the exam scenes to constantly adjust your performance status. On the day of the makeup exam, you came to the exam room early. The moment you walked into the exam room, you could feel that all the candidates and judges were focused on you. You took a deep breath and told yourself, "This is my last chance, I must seize it." You performed a classic drama clip which vividly interpreted the characters' inner conflicts and emotional changes. After the performance, there was silence in the exam room, followed by warm applause. The judges nodded one after another and gave high praise to your performance. In the end, you passed the makeup exam with excellent results and successfully obtained the professional qualification certificate of the performance department of the Central Academy of Drama. When you saw your name on the certificate, tears could not help but burst out. Along the way you have experienced too many twists and turns and hardships, but you never gave up and finally ushered in this moment of victory. After getting the professional qualification certificate, you did not relax, because you knew that the results of the cultural courses in the college entrance examination were equally important. You began to devote yourself to the college entrance examination review. In addition to attending classes every day, you would practice questions and memorize knowledge points. Luce has also been with you, helping you make a study plan and answering difficult questions. However, when Lin Xiaowan saw that you got the certificate of the Central Academy of Drama, her jealousy and resentment reached a peak. She decided to attack you again in the college entrance examination. She used some means to bribe a school staff member, trying to get the answers to the real questions of the college entrance examination, and planned to frame you for cheating in the exam. A few days before the college entrance examination, you suddenly received an anonymous email with the real college entrance examination question and a threatening message, asking you to answer the questions according to the answers in the college entrance examination, otherwise, the so-called "you bought the answers" evidence will be made public. You can see at a glance that this is Lin Xiaowan's conspiracy, but you know that you can't sit and wait for death. You told Luce the content of the email, and Luce said, "We can't let her succeed. Let's stabilize her first, and then find a way to find evidence and expose her conspiracy." So you replied to the email, saying that you would do as the other party asked, but it would take some time to prepare. At the same time, you and Luce began to investigate secretly, trying to find the mastermind behind the scenes. With the help of Luce, you tracked the source of the anonymous mail through technical means and found that it was indeed done by Lin Xiaowan and the bribed school staff. After collecting enough evidence, you decided to expose the matter the day before the college entrance examination. You found the school leaders with evidence and told them Lin Xiaowan's conspiracy in detail. The school leaders attached great importance to this and immediately launched an investigation. After verification, what Lin Xiaowan and the staff member did was true. The school decided to cancel Lin Xiaowan's college entrance examination qualification and deal with the staff member seriously. On the day of the college entrance examination, you walked into the examination room calmly. This time you had no worries and could go all out to show your strength. After the exam, you felt that you performed very well and your heart was full of expectations for the future. On the day when the college entrance examination results were announced, you were officially admitted to the performance department of the Central Academy of Drama with excellent results. The moment you received the admission letter, you knew that you finally succeeded in revenge and rewrote your own destiny. And Lin Xiaowan, because of what she did, not only lost her college entrance examination qualification, but was also spurned by the school and her family. After entering university, you and Luce started a new life. Although you are not in the same school, you are not far away and often meet. You work hard to learn professional knowledge in the Central Academy of Drama, actively participate in various performance practices and competitions, and gradually stand out in school. Luce is also excellent in his school. He has won many scholarships with his outstanding grades and participated in many scientific research projects. You encourage and support each other, and your feelings are getting deeper and deeper as you get along day by day. At a campus event in the university, Luz A confessed to you with flowers in his hands in front of all the teachers and students of the school. He said, "From the first time we met, I was attracted by your courage and persistence. Along the way, we have experienced so... I want to stay with you and face the ups and downs of the future with you. Will you be my girlfriend?" You nodded with tears in your eyes, and the cheers and blessings of your classmates rang around you. Since then, you have become an enviable couple on campus. You strolled around the campus together, discussed performance and academic issues together, and planned your future life together. During college, you got a chance to play a supporting role in a TV series with your solid professional foundation and outstanding acting skills. This was your first time to truly enter the entertainment industry. You cherished this opportunity very much and devoted yourself to the shaping of the role. You humbly asked the director and other actors for advice and continued to learn and improve. Your efforts and talents were recognized by everyone. Although it was only a supporting role, your performance left a deep impression on the audience. After the TV series was broadcast, you gained a lot of fans and attention and began to receive more performance invitations. As your acting career gradually developed, you faced more and more challenges. The jealousy and sneering of some colleagues and the false reports of the media all brought you a lot of pressure. But you were not defeated by these difficulties. With the encouragement and support of Luz A, you always maintained a positive attitude and worked hard to improve your acting skills and coping ability. When your acting career was booming, a sudden crisis came. A colleague who once had a conflict with you bought off some marketing accounts and published a lot of negative news about you on the internet, saying that you are a big shot, disrespectful to your predecessors, and have a chaotic private life. These rumors quickly spread on the internet and had a great impact on your reputation. Your number of fans began to decline, and some brands and crews that originally wanted to cooperate with you also canceled their cooperation intentions. You fell into an unprecedented predicament and became very depressed. Luz A looked at your painful appearance and felt distressed. He has always been by your side, encouraging you not to give up and to believe that the truth will always come out. In order to clarify the rumors, you and Luz A collected evidence together, contacted lawyers, and prepared to file a lawsuit against those rumor makers. At the same time, you also explained the truth of the matter to your fans through your social media accounts, hoping that they can believe you. In this process, you received support and encouragement from many fans who really like you. They spoke for you on the internet and asked the rumor makers to stop smearing you. Just as you and Luz were struggling to deal with the crisis, an unexpected turn of events occurred. A well-known director who had worked with you once spoke up for you, saying that you worked very hard and were dedicated to your work, and that the behaviors mentioned in the rumors did not exist at all. Subsequently, more and more people in the industry came out to support you, and the truth gradually surfaced. Under the pressure of public opinion, those rumor makers had to apologize publicly. You also successfully resolved this career crisis, and your acting career reached a new peak. While you were successful in your career, your relationship with your stepmother and Lin Xiaowan also changed. Because of her previous behaviors, Lin Xiaowan experienced that after a series of setbacks, she finally realized her mistakes. She took the initiative to find you and apologize to you, hoping that you can forgive her. Looking at Lin Xiaowan's sincere eyes, the resentment in your heart gradually dissipated. After all, she is your sister, and blood is thicker than water. You forgave her and encouraged her to start over. The stepmother was also very relieved to see you two sisters reconcile. She apologized to you for her favoritism towards Lin Xiaowan, hoping that you can give her a chance to make up for it. You accepted your stepmother's apology, and since then, your family relationship has gradually eased. You proved with your actions that even if you have been hurt, you can choose to forgive and let go. In this process, you also understand the preciousness of family affection and learn to cherish the people around you. With the stable development of your domestic performing arts career, you began to receive invitations to some international film and television projects. This is a brand new challenge for you, but you accepted it without hesitation. You know that this is an opportunity to get yourself on the world stage and a good time to prove your strength. You went abroad to shoot an internationally co-produced film. In the crew, you faced differences in language, culture, and performance style. But you quickly adapted to the new environment with your solid acting skills and hardworking attitude. During the filming process, you worked closely with actors and crews from different countries, constantly learning and absorbing new acting concepts and techniques. After the film was released, it received widespread attention and praise internationally. As a result, you have become a highly anticipated international rising star and received invitations from more internationally renowned directors. Your acting career has reached a new height, winning more respect and recognition for Chinese actors on the international stage. While you were busy with your international acting career, your relationship with Lu Zhe also faced some tests. Because you were often separated from each other, you were rarely together, and because of the pressure of work and the different pace of life, some conflicts and quarrels began to arise between you. Once when you were filming a movie abroad for several consecutive months, Lu Zhe was very depressed because of the pressure of the scientific research project. And because of the tight filming task, you failed to give him enough care and companionship and time. Lu Zhe felt that you were becoming more and more unfamiliar, and the distance between you was getting farther and farther. You realized the seriousness of the problem, and after the filming ended, you immediately flew back to China to find Lu Zhe. You communicated with him frankly and told him what was in your heart. You told him that although he was very busy at work, he was always the most important person in your heart. Lu Zhe also expressed his grievances and worries to you, and he was afraid of losing you. After this in-depth communication, you understood the importance of each other more. You decided to work together to find a balance between work and love. You began to arrange your work time reasonably and try to spend more time with Lu Zhe. Lu Zhe is also working hard to support your acting career and become your strongest backing. After going through this test, your relationship has become more indestructible. Just when your relationship with Lu Zhe was getting better and better, and your acting career was also in full swing, you received a mysterious anonymous email. There was only one sentence in the email. Don't think you can rest easy now that you are successful. I know your past. If you don't want to be ruined, just do what I say. You looked at the email, and your heart was full of doubts and uneasiness. You don't know who the other party is, nor do you know what the other party has. After discussing with Lu Zhe, you decided to continue investigating the identity of the anonymous threat, while strengthening your own defense. You are on high alert in the crew, paying attention to the actions of everyone around you. Lu Zhe studies day and night trying to break through the network defense line set by the other party. During a casual chat with the crew members, you accidentally heard someone mention a mysterious organization called Shadow Media. It is said that this organization manipulates all kinds of public opinion and transactions behind the entertainment industry, with ruthless means, unscrupulous means. You are moved. Could this mysterious organization be related to anonymous threats? You told Lu Zhe this clue, and he immediately started an investigation. After some in-depth digging, Lu Zhe found that Shadow Media is related to a small producer you had offended before. A small producer once wanted to take advantage of you, but you rejected him sternly, and also exposed his scandal in the industry, causing his reputation to be ruined and his career to fall. Could it be that he is holding a grudge and using Shadow Media to retaliate against you? Although it is not certain, this is undoubtedly an important clue. You and Lu Zhe decide to continue to follow this clue to uncover the true face of Shadow Media and find the anonymous threat. In order to get more information about Shadow Media, you decided to venture into their sphere of influence. Through the introduction of a friend in the circle, you met a person who is said to be connected with Shadow Media, a gang. A gang is a small gangster wandering on the edge of the entertainment circle, willing to do anything for money. You pretended to be an actress who is eager to get promoted and willing to do anything for resources, and approached Tae Yang. Tae Yang really took the bait, and he revealed some of the activity locations and contact information of Shadow Media to you. With the help of Lu Zhe, you analyzed and sorted out this information, and gradually outlined the general outline of Shadow Media. However, your actions aroused the suspicion of Shadow Media. Just as you were about to investigate further, Tae Yang suddenly disappeared. You realized that the situation was not good and might have been exposed. But you did not back down. You knew that this was a critical moment to uncover the truth. You and Luz A decided to take the initiative and found a secret base of shadow media based on the clues you had previously obtained. It was an abandoned factory with strict security around it. You and Luz A sneaked in carefully, but found that a trap had been set inside. The moment you and Luz A stepped into the abandoned factory, the light suddenly lit up, and a group of men in black appeared around you. The leader was the young producer who had wanted to take advantage of you. He had a smug smile on his face. You finally took the bait. You dared to go against our shadow media. Today is your death. The men in black quickly surrounded you, and you and Luze stood back to back, ready to face this life and death battle. Although Luze usually looks like a scholar, he showed amazing courage and strength at the critical moment. He fought with the men in black, and you used the surrounding environment to find an opportunity to escape. In the fierce fight, you found an entrance to the basement. You pulled Luze and rushed to the entrance with all your strength, getting rid of the pursuit of the men in black. There was a pungent smell in the basement and the lights were dim. You walked forward cautiously, but found that the place was full of all kinds of shameful documents and materials, all of which were evidence of shadow media manipulating the dark side of the entertainment industry. Just as you were about to collect evidence, the young producer and the man in black chased you. Do you think you can escape? No one can take these evidence away, the young producer roared, and the man in black rushed toward you again. This time, can you find a chance to survive in desperation and make the crimes of shadow media public? Facing the black-clad men who attacked again, you and Luze did not retreat at all. Luze fought hard in front, and you looked for an opportunity to give the black-clad men a fatal blow in the back. In the tense fight, you found that although the black-clad men were numerous, they did not cooperate tacitly. You saw the opportunity and used an iron rod beside you to hit a black-clad man's hand holding a weapon fiercely, and the weapon fell to the ground. Luze took advantage of the situation to grab the weapon and launched a more intense confrontation with the black-clad men. After a hard fight, you finally succeeded in repelling the black-clad men. Seeing that the situation was not good, the young producer turned around and tried to run, and you and Luze immediately chased him. At the end of the basement, you blocked the young producer. "Don't come over!" The young producer shouted in horror. "Do you think you can do anything to us with these evidences? Shadow media is so powerful that you can't fight it at all." You looked at him coldly and said, "No matter how powerful you are, you must pay the price for doing bad things." Just then, the police suddenly arrived. It turned out that before you sneaked in, Luce had secretly contacted the police and informed them of the general situation. Based on the clues provided by Luce, the police arrived at the scene in time. The young producer and members of Shadow Media were caught in one fell swoop, and the evidence of manipulating the dark side of the entertainment industry was also taken away by the police. But the collapse of Shadow Media, the truth of the anonymous threat, was finally revealed to the world. Jean Luce's heroic actions were praised by the police and the media. Not only did your reputation in the entertainment industry not suffer, but it became more popular because of this incident, and won the respect of more audiences and industry insiders. The public opinion that was previously controlled by Shadow Media also began to turn, and positive reports about you were overwhelming. The international blockbuster you were shooting also received more attention because of this incident. After the movie was released, it was a great success in both box office and reputation. In this storm, your relationship with Luce also experienced the test of life and death and became deeper. You supported each other and went through this difficult time together. And your acting career, because of this experience, ushered in a new peak. You began to receive more high-quality international and domestic film and television project invitations, and became a highly regarded and powerful actor in the entertainment industry. As your position in the entertainment industry became increasingly solid, you began to think about the new direction of your acting career. You are no longer satisfied with just acting in commercial films, but hope to try some more in-depth and challenging art films. and use your performance to convey more valuable thoughts and emotions. At this time, a famous European art film director invited you to play the heroine in his new movie. This movie tells a story about women's self-awakening and growth. The theme is profound and the characters are complex, which is very attractive to you. However, the filming of this movie is extremely difficult. Not only does it require you to be proficient in multiple languages, but it also requires you to have a deep understanding of the European cultural background. Moreover, the filming location is in some remote mountainous areas in Europe, and the conditions are very difficult. But you did not hesitate at all and resolutely accepted this challenge. Luze is very supportive of your decision. He helps you learn European language and cultural knowledge and prepares various daily necessities for you. With his encouragement, you confidently embarked on a filming trip to Europe. After arriving in Europe, you immediately plunged into the intense filming. The differences in language and culture brought you huge challenges, and it became very difficult to communicate with the director and other actors. Moreover, the harsh environment of the filming location also made you suffer a lot, with simple accommodation conditions and unaccustomed diet. When filming an important emotional scene, you could not meet the director's requirements. The director has extremely high standards for the delicacy and emotional depth of the performance, and you seem to be stuck in a bottleneck and can't find a way to break through. You feel unprecedented pressure and even begin to doubt whether your choice is correct. However, you did not give up. You used your rest time to go deep into the local villages, communicate with the villagers, and understand their lives and emotions. You also repeatedly watched classic European art films and learned how European actors performed. After continuous efforts, you finally found inspiration. When reshooting this scene, you incorporated what you saw and felt in the local area into your performance, and your emotions were sincere and profound. The director excitedly shouted, "Cut," and gave you a thumbs up. The successful shooting of this scene allowed you to break through yourself and won the recognition of everyone in the crew. After the filming was completed, it was screened at major European film festivals and caused a sensation. Your wonderful performance was highly praised by international film critics. You were nominated for the Best Actress at many international film festivals with this film, and finally won the title of the Best Actress at one of the important film festivals. When you stood on the podium and took the trophy, you were filled with emotion. Along the way, you experienced countless setbacks and difficulties, but you always insisted on your dream and never gave up. Your hard work and dedication finally paid off and became a highly anticipated star in the international film scene. After returning home, you were warmly welcomed. The media reported the news of your award, and fans cheered for you at the airport. You know that this is not only your personal honor, but also a shining moment for Chinese actors on the international stage. You decided to use your influence to make more contributions to the development of the Chinese film industry. In the face of honor, you are not proud and complacent. You know that the road to acting is still long and there are more challenges waiting for you. You and Luze plan the future together. You will continue to work hard in your acting career and try different types of roles, while Luze is also constantly exploring his own scientific research field. You encourage each other, grow together, and look forward to more excitement in the future. Just when you were immersed in the joy of career success, fate played a joke on you again. During a physical examination, you were diagnosed with a rare disease that will gradually affect your nervous system, causing your body coordination and memory to decline. For an actor, this is undoubtedly a fatal blow. You looked at the examination report, and the whole person seemed to fall into an ice cellar. Couldn't believe it all. Why did you encounter such a thing when you were the happiest and most successful? Luze hugged you tightly and comforted you. Don't be afraid, we will face it together. Medicine is very advanced now, and there must be a way to treat it. However, after multiple consultations and expert consultations, the treatment plan given by the doctor is not optimistic. The treatment process is long and painful, and the cure rate is extremely low. You fell into deep despair and even began to doubt your life. Your acting career has just reached its peak. Is it going to end because of this disease? You are unwilling, but you feel extremely helpless. After learning about the disease, you fell into a painful struggle. On the one hand, you are reluctant to give up your beloved acting career and so many unfulfilled dreams. On the other hand, you are worried that the disease will affect your performance and bring bad works to the audience. Luze has been by your side and encouraged you to actively treat it, he said. No matter what the result is, we must try hard. Even if you can't perform on the stage like before, you can contribute to the acting career in other ways, such as being a director or screenwriter, and passing on your experience and talent. After careful consideration, you decided to receive treatment. During the treatment, you endured both physical and psychological pain, but never gave up. You began to learn about directing and screenwriting to prepare for your future. At the same time, you made your condition public and received support and encouragement from fans and industry insiders. However, the treatment process was not smooth, and the recurrence of the disease tortured you. At the most difficult time, you even thought about giving up. But every time you saw Luze's surmise and the encouragement of fans, you rekindled hope. Just when you were almost defeated by the disease by chance, you learned that there was a new medical research project abroad that specifically targeted your rare disease. This project is recruiting volunteers and you and Luze signed up without hesitation. After strict screening, you were lucky to become one of the volunteers. In a treatment center abroad, you received the most advanced treatment. Although the treatment process is still full of hardships, you can clearly feel that your physical condition is gradually improving. After several months of treatment, a miracle happened. Your condition was effectively controlled, and various indicators of your body began to return to normal. A doctor excitedly told you that you are likely to recover completely. The hardships and pains along the way turned into joy and gratitude at this moment. After recovering, you returned to the entertainment industry. This time you have a deeper understanding and perception of the acting career. You no longer just pursue honors and achievements, but pay more attention to the connotation of the work and the impact on the audience. After recovery, you return to the entertainment industry with a new mentality and a deeper understanding of acting. The first work you chose was an art film that focused on social reality issues. In the film, you played a reporter who worked tirelessly for justice and truth. In order to play this role well, you went deep into the news front line, communicated with reporters, and experienced their work in life. During the filming process, you incorporated your perception of life and understanding of the role into the performance, and performed the reporter's tenacity, persistence, and pursuit of justice vividly. After the film was released, it attracted widespread attention and strong response from the society. The audience was moved by your performance, and at the same time, they also had a deep thinking about the social issues reflected in the film. The film not only achieved success at the box office, but also won several important awards, which once again proved your strength. With the success of this film, you received more invitations for scripts with depth and meaning. You and Luze also began to prepare your own film project. You hope to convey more positive energy and influence more people through your work. After so many twists and turns, you finally ushered in a new chapter in your life and acting career, and the future is full of infinite possibilities. Just as you and Luze devoted themselves to the preparation of the new film, some strange things began to happen. Your social media account frequently received anonymous private messages, which were all threatening and intimidating, warning you not to continue preparing for the film, otherwise you would regret it. At the same time, Luze also encountered obstacles in the scientific research project. Some key data were inexplicably lost, and the research progress was forced to stagnate. You realized that there might be another mysterious force secretly sabotaging, but this time you did not fear it all and decided to face the challenge head-on. You and Luze began to investigate the mastermind behind these abnormal events. After some efforts, you found that these events seemed to be related to a business competitor who had a feud with you. He was jealous of your success and worried that your new film would threaten his interests, so he tried his best to stop you. After identifying the mastermind behind the scenes, you and Luze developed a detailed response plan. You used your connections in the entertainment industry to expose a series of unfair business practices of your competitors, which attracted the attention of the media and the public. At the same time, Luze also used technical means to recover the lost data and found evidence that the competitor had sent people to destroy it. Faced with strong public pressure and solid evidence, the competitor finally revealed his flaws. He tried to bribe you and Luze to give up the pursuit but was firmly rejected by you. Eventually, his company faced legal action and public scorn, and he himself was in ruins.